Okay, time for a new video, and if you're watching this on my Facebook writing page or on YouTube, thank you very much for checking it out. Feel free to look at my other videos as well. Last night was the second semi-final of this year's Eurovision Song Contest. 18 countries performed, 10 qualified. And we now know all the countries that will be in the grand final and the running order of that grand final. And of course that will be tomorrow night as I'm recording this. Of course, if you're watching this well into the future, then you've long known who the winner was. I thought that I would go through last night's show quite briefly, give my thoughts, and then talk briefly about the grand final. No need to really go into any great depth about the final, because I've talked about the songs already in previous videos, so do feel free to check them out if you so wish. As always, please respect my opinions and I'll respect yours. I do want to say, with regards to YouTube, thank you very much for the views and comments that I've received over the past week. Pretty much all of them have been positive, and I really do appreciate it, considering I only really upload at this time of year. To receive a little bit of attention, and I'm not meaning to gloat here, but to receive, that amount of views is quite nice and quite pleasing, and I'm glad that people have enjoyed my reactions and what have you. Anyway, semi-final 2, the weakest semi-final by a mile. Song 1 was Norway. Was it just me, or did Alexander look a bit uncomfortable performing this last night? Doesn't really matter, because he went through as we all expected. I predicted that would happen. He really can win tomorrow night. He really can. His name alone is enough. Obviously the song is nothing like Fairy Tale. Lyrically it's quite poor, but his charisma and energy sells it. The projections I think work okay. All in all not bad, but obviously not brilliant. Romania. That 100% qualification record is gone, it's out the window, and I'm not surprised. This is dated rock, and dated rock, emphasis on dated, it's not going to get you very far. And it was the first time I'd listened to the Romanian entry in full since it was chosen, weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and I realised actually that it's not a very good song after all. Vocally fine. The whole staging with mannequins, not too sure about it, not needed. And yeah, no final for Romania, not too much of a shock. Serbia Song 3 did qualify, and I'm quite surprised, because the song, it's okay. It takes so long to get going, and then doesn't really go anywhere. Instrumentally alright, but there's nothing else about this that stands out. In fact, I wonder if Serbia will actually finish last tomorrow night. Probably not, because of neighbourly voting, which will benefit them no end. Song 4, San Marino. What a mess. The robots on stage, pointless. The vocals, not amazing. Rap never does well at the contest. It's just one of those genres that never really makes much of an impact. And I am not the slightest bit surprised San Marino are going home. I think San Marino might even withdraw next year. Anyway, Denmark, qualifier. Great stuff. Rasmussen. My problem here was that it didn't seem as good as the national final performance. The energy wasn't quite at that level, and he didn't set up... Certainly I was watching it on my TV. He seemed a bit quiet. His voice wasn't quite as loud and, big as I was expecting it to be. Nevertheless, great song. Really good song, and I'm happy it's in the final. Great atmosphere. Then we have Russia. How does it feel not to qualify? This song shouldn't qualify. It shouldn't have qualified, no. How you can get away with having your lead vocalist not actually singing the chorus is ridiculous. How dare you? How dare you? It looks like you're not taking it seriously. The backing vocalist sounded well off. Yulia was on this mountain thing, trying to hide her disability. What's that all about? Just a really weak song, and Russia got what they deserved. I've just seen an article saying the producer of the Russian performance, he says I'm to blame. Well, I don't know. It's a bit of a failure, isn't it? But, 2 years in a row, Russia's not in the final, because they weren't in it last year either. It's unheard of. Times are changing, but that song deserves to not be in the final. I've got nothing against Julia. The studio version of the song's not bad, but last night it was so poor. Then we have Moldova. Yeah, the staging. It's the staging, isn't it? The song, yeah. The staging, pretty good. Very slick, very well rehearsed. Everything went off without a hitch pretty much last night. It's a fun song. And remember, if Moldova can finish third last year, how well will they do this year? Do not underestimate the Moldovan entry. Then we have the Netherlands. The staging is really, really strange. Get rid of the dance. Oh, well, they're not going to now, of course. But the dancers don't need to be there. What is that all about? It's a really good song. It's my second favourite of the year, so I will be supporting it in the final. I was very happy it qualified. You might well have seen my reaction last night. Great song. The colours, though, the lighting, yeah, it's a bit dull, but what are you going to do? Georgia, not a qualifier. That's 2 years in a row. Nice harmonies, but nothing else. Poland, bit of a surprise. Where was the diaspora vote? Well, maybe it was there, but I have a feeling the juries absolutely loathed this. Too generic. That might be the reason. And it really was, very generic. The worst thing about this performance by an absolute mile was when they cut to the DJ, Gromi, doing his awkward dancing thing. Like, what the hell was that all about? I don't want to see him dance. I'd rather see the stage in all its glory and the pyros that you've paid good money for. Why on earth are you showing him doing this awkward dancing thing? Who cares? No one. And the song, while pretty good, live, not that amazing, I have to say. Anyway, Malta. Yeah, it's a shame this didn't qualify. I had it down. You know, a song about mental health. I thought that the whole performance was pretty solid. There were lasers. Is any other country using them? If not, then what's the point of even having them in the contest in the first place? You know, Norway had, you know, pyros and everything. I haven't seen any other country use that type of pyros so far, so, you know, what's going on? Anyway, Malta. Yeah, really good. I'm disappointed they're not in the final. I think it deserved to be there. Yeah, it's a real shame. Good performance. And then we have Hungary. Well. I think people were blown away. It's not really my type of music, but I do like this song. But I have to say, towards the end of the performance, it just turned into a bit of a mess. I think, you know, I think people were just watching it in the arena like, what is this? I can't understand a word he's saying, not just because it's in Hungarian, but what on earth is going on? It looks great, and the song is good, and people will vote for it, but, yeah, might be too aggressive for some. Latvia, yeah, too dull, simple as that. If you're going to rip off a song from 50 Shades of Grey, you've got to do it better than that. Laura looked great, but very forgettable. And then we have Sweden. Well, you know, of course, Sweden are in the final, and it's not a bad song, but if you close your eyes, it's Justin Bieber. I honestly thought it was Justin Bieber singing, because it sounded just like him. Benjamin strutting his stuff, it's confident, it's slick, everybody knows this is going to do well, but perhaps not win on Saturday night. Then we have Montenegro. Really, really dull. I've got to be honest. You know, it sounds really harsh, but most people probably made themselves a cup of tea, took a toilet break. You know, it's harsh, but true. Nice voice, not too sure about the suit, and it was over very quickly, and I'm not sure many people voted for it. Then we have Slovenia, the surprise qualifier of this semi-final. That pause in the middle of the song, in my opinion, does not work at all. But clearly, it did work a bit for some people because they qualified. Really good result for Slovenia because the song's in Slovenian as well. And, yeah, I have a feeling it might really struggle tomorrow, and people will be confused over that pause in the song, but otherwise, good result. Well done. And then Ukraine, which I think is a little bit overrated. I think his national final performance was better. There was a fair bit of energy to this one. and it's all very dramatic and gothic and dark, and you know, he looks a bit spooky, but vocally fine, and he's in it to win it, except he's not going to win it, in my opinion. So that's it, semi-final 2. I predicted 8 out of 10. If you couple that with the 7 out of 10 I predicted on Tuesday, that's 15 out of 20 this year. 75%. Not too bad, if I say so myself. Anyway, the grand final. Ta-da! The grand final is coming, ladies and gentlemen. And here it is. It's back to front. It's written in pencil. But 26 songs battle it out for the win in Lisbon tomorrow night. And who's going to do it? Well, for me, I think it's a 2-horse race. I think it has emerged as a 2-horse race. I'll be very brief. Song 1 is Ukraine. It's the 3rd year in a row that the song that closed the second semi-final opens the final. Will it win? No. Will it finish in the top 10? Probably. Song 2, Spain. They have been screwed over. And this song is in trouble because Spain always struggles in the public vote. 2012, struggled in the public vote. 2014, Ruth struggled in the public vote. Edurne, 2015, struggled in the public vote. 2016, Barret, huge fan favourite, struggled in the public vote. Last year, unsurprisingly, struggled in the public vote. This year, I expect more of the same. It has a lot of fans to Canción. Alfred and Amaya also have a lot of support. But early on in the running order, it's a ballad. The first half is full of ballads. Will this stand out? Not enough, if you ask me. Do not be surprised if this doesn't get too many votes at all. But I'd like to be proved wrong. Song 3, Slovenia. Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to do. I just can't see it doing that well at all. At all. Song 4, Lithuania. The 3rd favourite to win. Lithuanian Eurovision fans must just be like, what is going on? It's a great song. Cliched? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Too dull for many? Yeah. But it's one of the best Lithuanian songs they've ever sent. And it's early on in the running order. That's the only problem, so I don't think it's going to win. But this could do very, 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 very well. Song 5, Austria. I think this could do very, very, very badly. Of course, Austria got nothing from the public last year, but finished mid-table overall. I'm not seeing many people talk about Austria. The juries might help it, the public maybe not so much. Song 6, Estonia, should absolutely push for the win. It's too good to finish outside the top 5. It will blow people away. Song 7, Norway. Surely this won't be the winner. Surely not. But the top 10, maybe. Song 8, Portugal, the host nation, O Jardim, Claudia Pascual and Isaura. This is absolutely brilliant. What a host nation entry. Portugal should be very proud of it. Superb. I prefer this over last year's winner. And it's more accessible. It's not quite as slow. It's really good. Means it will probably finish in the bottom half. But great song. Then we have the United Kingdom, Song 9. Oh yes. Oh yes. I absolutely think this song could come last. Look at the other countries. Come on. Even a deaf, blind man could tell me that the United Kingdom were going to struggle this year. Will struggle this year. I've got nothing against Suri. She's great. She's a lot of fun in the interviews I've seen. The song's really not that bad. But it's not good enough. It's not good enough to trouble the voters. This will struggle, surely. And then on Monday, the newspapers in Britain and the television, people on TV, they'll say, oh yeah, it's because we're leaving the European Union. That's why nobody likes us. Shut up. Shut up. You idiots. You know that's not the reason. Song 10, Serbia. Neighbourly voting will help it, but not much else. That's the truth. This song should not really get many votes at all. Song 11, Germany. Oh yes, that's coming up on the rails. It's a really good performance and a really good song. And Michael always performs it well. So Germany won't finish last this year. Song 12, Albania. Yeah, I think this might struggle a bit, even though Eugen's voice is amazing. This song is really great. One of the best Albania's ever sent. But I don't think it's going to do too well. And then France. Merci. Song 13. It's a winner. Potentially. If France does not finish in the top 3, something's wrong. Because this song is... It's like Estonia. It's too good not to finish that high up. The performance looks great. It sounds great. So many people love this song. But, you know, 2016, so many people loved J'ai cherché, and look what happened there. Barely in the top 10 in the public vote. Merci, merci. When they do that, the whole crowd gets going. It's going to be a very special moment. It could win. It deserves to. Moving on, Song 14, Czech Republic. Yeah, it's slick and it's fun, but it's not a winner. Song 15, Denmark. I don't think this will do too well. But it's a very good song. Song 16, Australia. Juries will love it, public not as much. As a result, maybe just outside the top 10. But it is a good song, albeit cliched. Finland, Song 17. I don't think this will do that well. I'm not seeing enough people talk about it. And it's a bit over the top. Song 18, Bulgaria. Not going to win. I'd be very surprised. The attention is on other countries now. And I think I've heard people in interviews and what have you say that they were disappointed by the Bulgarian performance, as was I. So, not going to happen this year, I'm afraid. Moldova, who knows? Song 19, who knows? It wouldn't surprise me if Moldova got more points than Germany. Wouldn't surprise me if Moldova got more points than Australia in the public vote. Yeah. It would be pretty ridiculous, let's be honest, but it happened last year, and that was with a better song. Then we have Sweden, Song 20. You know, let's be honest, Benjamin could be on stage, you know, putting together some flat-pack furniture for 3 minutes, and this song would still, and he'd still finish in the top 5. So, yeah, I'm expecting this to finish in the top 10, if not the top 5, definitely. Hungary, Song 21. Lots of people will vote for it because it stands out so much, but maybe the juries will let it down because it is quite aggressive. Israel, Song 22. It really could win, and certainly on Tuesday night I watched the performance and thought that's a potential winner. It's good, but again I wonder about the juries. The Netherlands, Song 23. Waylon, he deserves points, but the Netherlands struggled in the public vote last year and the year before. And if anything, it will be the public that lets him down. And yeah, that would be a great shame because the song is good. Ireland, Song 24. Well, that love story element is going to play a massive part in how well this song does. Because if Ryan didn't have the dancers with him, this wouldn't really have a chance. But Ireland, yeah, they're not going to win, but it could do very well. Unfortunately, Song 25 is Cyprus, and I at this moment in time, I will be doing a blog post, by the way, but blog posts take ages to do, so please bear with me on that front. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. I think Cyprus will win. I'm saying it now, I think Cyprus will win. The momentum is there, millions of views online, it's sexy, she looks good. If she was covered in acne, I wonder if this song would do as well. Well, obviously she wouldn't be because there's makeup teams and what have you. But this song is great. People love it. It's a great performance. And look at its place in the running order. Winner, tick. I think so. And then Italy closed the show as they did in 2015. It's a very good song. And it's got a very good message. But maybe people won't like Fabrizio's gravelly voice. Could finish in the top 10. I think it deserves to, but you know, not everybody can finish in the top 10. There we have it. I did a very rough prediction last night of the results. I think, yes, I think the top 3, Cyprus, Estonia and Israel. No, forget I said that. Cyprus, Estonia and Israel. No, 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 no. Cyprus, France, and Israel. That's my prediction for the top 3. I think Estonia might come 4th. Watch out for Lithuania. That's a real contender. And who's going to finish last? Well, maybe Austria. I really do. For some reason, I'm drawn to that song. Maybe Slovenia, maybe Serbia. More than likely the United Kingdom. Portugal, mid-table. Ireland, same deal. And yes, there we have it. Not much else to say. Please leave comments if you so wish and check out my previous videos. I really do appreciate it. My next video will probably be at some point next week, a few days after the final, when I've had time to digest and ruminate on the results and reflect on what might be the most extraordinary voting procedure there's ever been. I do think it might be quite close. I don't think we'll have a runaway winner. Part of me feels that the juries will love Estonia so much that by the time the public votes come in, it won't mean a thing. But Cyprus, you know, that has so much support. Israel too. Maybe we'll have a bit of a surprise winner. You know, what about Germany? What about Lithuania? What about, you know, what about Portugal doing it again? Why not? That's a great song, O Jardim. There we have it. The grand final, if you're in the UK, is at 8 PM GMT tomorrow night. Graham Norton doing the commentary. And yes, it should be a great show. We have seen this year that Russia can't send anything and get away with it. Romania, yep, their 100% record is gone. And, you know, no Armenia, no Azerbaijan, no Georgia, no Russia, no Romania. You know, these big guns, these big nations in Eurovision, they haven't qualified. The times are changing, you know, especially when we're talking about, you know, the contest in Portugal, for starters, and we're talking about Lithuania maybe winning. 10 years ago, unheard of. But there we have it. That's all I've got to say, I think. Roll on tomorrow night's show. I will be supporting the Netherlands and Denmark and the UK a little bit. I mean, you know, I am in England after all. But realistically, I don't think any of those countries are going to push for the win, which is why La France is the country that I really hope does so. And it deserves to win. Really does. But let me know your thoughts. For now, thanks for watching.